Welcome to visual journaling for stress relief and spiritual growth. This is going to be a session on some meditative mark making, repetitive meditative mark making, similar to the visual journal meditative shapes and patterns. I just wanted to share this side was my sample in my small messy book. And then this was the demonstration, and then I finished that demonstration. This page was a fabulous way to get through some really long meetings and have some downtime after some meetings to just process. So that's how I have been using these mark makings. So I'm going to go to a fresh page here, and I think that page has designated stuff going on, so we'll go here. And I'm going to work horizontally, so I'll need a moment just to get my book back in the screen. Am I in? I seem to be in. All right. So today's session is, I'm sort of calling meditative river rocks. I was working on the prayer garden visual journal, the gratitude garden, and I'd come across this greeting card that I was working on that didn't go out as a greeting card, but just became this little artwork. And it was in with all the flowers. And I went, oh yeah, I remember doing that. It feels like a river. It just sort of has this flow. And then I thought, I was doing something else somewhere else. And so I hunted down this sketchbook. And I had also spent some time just meandering with these little rocks in these little groupings. And then they also incorporated the little flower patterns there on the side. This week I have had, well, today begins day 4, technically day 5, because last Friday was also training. I've had lots of trainings. So this is my messy sketchbook again, you know, with lots of crazy, weird stuff in it. And I'd used this page to wipe off some watercolor. And then at one point I stenciled a word, and then I randomly glued this piece of paper in. Well, not randomly. I stenciled the word begin, and then when I was collaging, I found begins in your as part of something and flopped that in there. And then this week I was thinking about flow and the river rocks. So I wrote the word flow, and then while I was in meetings, the rocks just started flowing. So that's what we're going to play with in today's session. And I'll just bring this down a minute to get a little bit closer, and it'll get closer to my book as well, so you can see a little bit closer up. So they're repeated patterns. They're not exactly the same, but these two are very similar. This. So you don't have to overthink while you're working, because you're repeating. So, right. So these two are repeated in here. This pattern's repeated. This one's repeated. This flower is repeated. This flower's similar, or maybe that was unfinished. I'm not sure. No, these are empty as well. So I've just repeated these different patterns on the rocks. So there we go. Tools for this. I would like to stress that this should be done with a tool that you enjoy marking with, one that connects well with your paper. My favorites I did the green page with this Statler pigment liner. It's a permanent. Pretty sure this was done with the Uniball Signo. I may have done some work with the Micron. And I have some colored microns that I might play with. They're very subtle. It's a green and a brown, or a blue. Sorry, that's blue. I want to say I have a brown in here somewhere. Yep. So these are 0.5. So they're fairly thick. They're a bit thicker than the Micron. So just for a tester, this is my Micron. Uniball Signo. The Statler, which it has a flatter point to it than the ballpoint of the Uniball Signo. I think I spelled that wrong. I left a T out. Let's see. Oh, this is it's a Statler T 0.5. The Micron in the 0.1, or is just 0.1, and all these numbers. So this is not Micron. My brain is a little bit fuzzy. So this is the Micron 0.5 in blue. So it's sort of about the thickness that's you're connecting with in the moment, and the way it connects with the paper. So, and the the finer the point, the lighter the color is going to be, or the appearance. And okay. I thought I had a 0.5 in this, but I don't. So I'm just going to use the Statler. So when I'm thinking, I'm just sort of finding a peaceful place in my brain, and I want to think about river flow, a little creek or a stream, and it's going to wander and it's going to meander. It's not going to have strict boundaries and borders. And I like to do my each rock individually before I make the next one. Something about putting a new rock down each time. And they're all circle forms. But the water washes the river rocks in unique ways, so that each one is going to be individual. I like a variation of sizes. Just gives some variety to it. Nice thing about this is that you can leave it, come back, leave it, come back. And the river direction will change a little bit each time. You'll find it coming this way or that way, and ebbing and flowing with your mood and with the So happy river rock making, meditating.